Okay, so in 1984, you was a camarada on your way to getting made, along with Sammy Blackie Villalba. Both you guys are from Artesia. Both you guys are camaradas, and both you guys are about to be made. How was it that two guys from this small neighborhood in Artesia are about to be made at the same time?
What a Shai. Well, he was our homeboy. He was our homeboy. He couldn't sponsor both of us, but he had his eye on us. And Shai was very influential at the time. He's still influential. He was a powerhouse. And Negro had the keys to one of the blocks. He was calling shots, doing hits out there on his own, and I was doing hits on my own. Nobody had to ask me. I was just a camarada. I was a gunner like anybody else, and I was just doing my bit. And I never aspired for that. Nor did Sammy. We never aspired to be mobsters. We were just repping the hood. And when they asked us to do something, we did it. Like when I got to Folsom, uh, I end up in Sammy Villalba's cell. He's my cellie, and he's got control of 3 block. We're in 3 block in Old Folsom. And first thing he does is he pulls out a big old massive knife, like a bone crusher. He says, when we come off unlock, we're on controlled feeding right now. He says, we're going to whack 2 black guys. He says, that guy and that guy. He shows them to. He says, the neighbor's right here and right here. He said, but we're on controlled feeding. And I said, okay. And I said, we'll do it. The next day, they come and snatch Negro up and take him to MCU, Management Control Unit. They take him and lock him up. And I'm left with the knife, and I'm flying solo. So they give me this guy Weasel from Venice to go do the hit with. I go do the hit. Weasel throws his knife over the tier, and he ends up getting whacked for it because it didn't perform. But I do the hit, and we just performed that way. I mean, we didn't have to be cajoled or threatened we were gunners. We were shooters for the organization. So when we get to the back, we meet Shai, and Shai was like this legendary individual that we had heard of our entire gang careers, and here he is in the flesh, one blue eye, one green eye, has a very deep voice like that. He's got command presence, right? Uh, and he starts talking to us, he starts grooming us. He starts educating us, like, you guys, you got down and you made me look good and I'm proud of you and all that good stuff that comes along with grooming and membership, right? And then he says that he's going to sponsor, him and Black Dan are going to sponsor Negro, but they can't sponsor 2 people at once. So they ask Sloppy, which is a backdoor move, right? They ask Carnal to sponsor me for them. And that's how I got in. Sloppy, Corwin Elmore sponsored me. Sloppy from Clanton sponsored me. And back then it was okay because they had the juice to do it. Joe Morgan was there. Stump Valencia was there. Nico Velasquez was there. What Squire from Flores was there. There was quite a few. Eddie Monster from Orange County was there. Chilito, Sanon Grajeda was there. There was a handful of brothers there in Shoe too. And I passed. First vote, I passed. Sammy didn't. Sammy got hung up because his brother, Big Spider, Manuel Villalba, was an NF member. And Cardenales were questioning whether Sammy would kill his brother if given the opportunity. And that hung him up for a couple of months. But we were sponsored at the same time. We just ended up getting in at different times because of the delay in the vote process.
Okay, that's crazy that of course he had to say, yeah, I'll kill my brother, but maybe he didn't really mean it.
You know, there have been a few Cardenales that have killed their brothers, right? It's happened. This is real deal stuff, right? They've killed their brothers. Uh, but I used to have nightmares about that, right? I had a couple of nightmares where in the dream or the nightmare, I had to approve my brother being killed. And I don't think I could have done it. No, not for position or money or status. I would have told my brother, let's skedaddle, let's get out of here. They're gonna kill you. And then there have been a number of instances where other members, where the brothers have dropped out. They've seen them and they've done nothing, which is one of the reasons why Deadeye Ed got whacked, because it was reported by some Sureños that they saw him with Chuco, and that was just part of the. I don't know if it was true or not. I can't verify that, but that was one of the things that was thrown on Eddie. So I think it's a difficult proposition for anybody to kill your own brother. I couldn't do it.